More Entertainment USA by general demand. Back to 1985. I was 40 years old. I was looking at America, in particular the state of Utah and the city of Salt Lake.
Years ago, Salt Air used to be a huge dance hall here. People would come on trolleys from Salt Lake City to waltz to the sound of the big bands, but it burnt down. Then it stayed deserted for decades and was bought up recently and turned into this amazing resort. However, just as it was due to open, the floods came. All the snows melted on the mountains, ruined the entire thing, $3 million worth of damage. And every month since then, they've discussed what are they going to do with Salt Air by the Great Salt Lake. There used to be beaches here, but now only rocky marinas anchor the sailing boats that bob up and down on the saline solution. A few beer-chugging locals come out with dogs, caravans and families to have a good time here, where 160 years ago, mountain trapper Jim Bridger was the first white man to set eyes on this splendid view. Now the salt flats are used to race cars and motorbikes, and a few swimmers float in the salty water like corks. There are lots of beautiful sights in Utah, a state of mountains and rivers, deserts and cacti. It was Mexican when Brigham Young and his Mormons first arrived here in 1847. This is the place, he said, and founded Salt Lake City. There are still plenty of activities for the tourists, even in the height of a hot summer. Why is this dog wearing a T-shirt?
Because she hardly has any hair and she gets cold.
Now, is this a Utah characteristic that you put your dogs into T-shirts? That's not normal.
It's a Greta characteristic.
Oh, I see, right. And what about these ones? They're all wearing scarves as well. Do you dress your dogs?
Yes. Yes.
Have you been dressing dogs for a long time?
Couple years now.
Now, is this generally considered some kind of a symptom of insanity in America or not?
No, it's cute.
The main attraction is still the skiing. It's the American equivalent of Switzerland here, but they call it the greatest snow on Earth. The rich, healthy and wealthy throng to the slopes and join local celebrities like Robert Redford as they slither or zoom down the sides of the mountains. There are luxury resorts and hotel complexes with entertainment and spas. Millions of invested dollars attract millions of free-spending Americans to the Rocky Mountain peaks, towering high above the Mormon city. There are, of course, other ways of getting wet apart from falling in the snow, especially in the summer. It's the rage. I gather the Mormon faith started by a revelation from one Joseph Smith that America was the actual scene of part of Christ's life and that the New Jerusalem will emerge in the USA. The Book of Mormon is considered a supplement to the Bible, and the sect avoids stimulants, even the local Coors beer. It encourages missionary work, urges members to donate 10% of their income to the church, and once respected polygamy, though it's now outlawed, but I believe some do still privately practice it. Charlene Wells, last year's Miss America, is an ambassador for her faith and a figurehead for the Mormon religion who fits perfectly into the splendid domed inner sanctum of the tabernacle. What does it mean being a Mormon?
Oh, we could talk forever on that because a lot of people don't realize, number one, that we are Christians. A lot of people tend to think that we are a cult, which we are not. We are primarily a Christian church. And it's, for me, it's a way of life.
What essentially are the values then?
Well, there's so many different things. Number one, the moral values that we carry, the importance of marriage, and, you know, that it is a very important institution, the importance of the family, keeping the Sabbath day holy. Things like that. We do have a health code. I don't drink coffee, I don't smoke, drink alcohol, things like that. It goes on forever. I don't think we could have the time to do it.
Is there a moral clash with being in beauty pageants?
Not really. And let me explain, first of all, what program I was in. I was in the Miss America Scholarship Program, and it's very different from beauty pageants. A lot of people tend to equate the beauty pageants with the program that I was in. This is the largest scholarship foundation for women in the world, over $4.5 million given out annually. And so I got into this program primarily to win scholarship to help me with school. And at first I was concerned. I thought, does it in fact conflict with my values? And as I checked it out and I spoke with my parents, I realized that no, it's an individual thing. The swimsuit part in the Miss America program is primarily there because of the physical fitness aspect. For us in America, physical fitness is a very important part of life. And they could not conceivably have someone represent them if they were rolling out on stage or something. So it's a very important part.
Is it important to you to get married to a Mormon?
Most definitely, because I think like any other organization, when it comes to the basis of a value system, marriage is such an important institution. I only plan on getting married once, and therefore if I don't marry someone who is in my value system, it can be difficult. Marriage is difficult enough without having the basis of your whole value system challenged all the time. So, number one, for that reason, I guess, I would want to marry someone within my own organization. But I still go out with people from all different walks of life. I'm not averse to anybody. Because I think mainly I grew up in South America, I enjoy going out with people of all different races, different cultures, different religions, and I still do.
So what happens if you fall in love with an atheist?
I just make sure I don't. I just say, we have a good time, but...
Charlene Wells is already a proud Mormon symbol of the great American dream working. Education, ambition, achievement in the country of endless possibilities. But many Salt Lake City young people don't like being told how to do it by self-righteous religious leaders. What's it like round here?
Boring.
Given the choice, would you prefer to live somewhere else?
Definitely.
Why is that?
I'm prejudiced.
Against what?
The Mormons.
You find they're a bit too repressive here?
Oh, definitely. But they own Coors, so they have fun.
So what can you do about it?
Move!
I believe that we're about 10 years behind schedule.
Do you think that's because of the Mormon influence?
Definitely.
Tell us what life in Utah is like.
Life in what?
Utah.
Boring and fun.
Boring and fun.
Boring.
More boring than fun.
There you go, a quick look at Salt Lake City and the Mormons way back in 1985. If you want to see more Entertainment USA, just let me know.